The majority of South Africans love the whites. They worship them everywhere they go. Why will they kill them? They always seek white validation and affirmation of whiteness. It is a black talent. It is a black talent. It is not a black talent until white people say so. If it is a black skill or innovation, it is not until white say so. If it is black quality product, it will have to pass many hands before they endorse this product. Any political party without white endorsement will never receive any electoral support and financial support until white establishment says so. Like the Cuban people will never give up on our freedom against American imperialism. We must unashamedly continue to stand with Palestine and Russia. We are product of international solidarity. We are Palestinians and they are Africans. We will die shoulder by shoulder with Palestinian people. We will be buried next to their graves because no amount of American bullying and financial dictatorship will separate us. Not even death will succeed. From the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free. We are not product of land theft or genocide. We are not grabbing any land, but claiming what rightfully belongs to us. We are not engaged in what genocide. Instead, we are coexisting with our white murderers. Whatever it takes, this land shall be expropriated and will be returned to its rightful owners. Victory is certain. Hasta la victoria siempre.
My name's Lachlan. I'm living in South Africa and I have quadriplegic cerebral palsy. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the many lies of recently convicted criminal EFF leader Julius Malema. As you can see in that clip I just played for you, he said a lot in a very short space of time, and most of it was complete bullshit. He claims that no black person in South Africa can succeed without white approval or acceptance, while completely ignoring the fact that if you know anything about South Africa, you will know that for the past 30 years, it has been governed mainly by the ANC, a predominantly black party. He then says that black people in South Africa are being forced to coexist with their murderers. He says this not because white people in South Africa today routinely go around murdering blacks for no reason, but because, like every communist, Malema believes in the philosophy of collective guilt. So he would apply the guilt of every white person who ever did anything wrong to me simply because I am white. And then, on the subject of communism, specifically Cuban communism, he claims Cuba as a successful example of revolution, while completely leaving out the fact that there is a large Cuban community outside of Cuba, particularly in America, and that community is made up of Cubans who left their country of origin specifically to escape communism. And if they did not leave Cuba themselves, then their parents did. It is a complete lie to say that everyone who is Cuban supports what the communist regime there has advocated for and is doing in that country to this day. But to someone like Malema, the truth is irrelevant. Facts do not matter, because all he is doing is using the ideology of communism to pursue his own power. He talks about returning the land to those from whom it was stolen. And he says this a lot, particularly at rallies. But when you look at the EFF's official policy with regard to land and state infrastructure, all of that, if Malema were to get his way, would be in the control of the state, not the people. And obviously, with it being his policy, he envisions himself to be the one in control of it. This is all a giant scam, as communism always is, and that is why, no matter where it has been tried, communist ideology always fails spectacularly and leads to millions of needless deaths, regardless of the individual culture or place in the world in which it is implemented. It will never work. It can never work. It is a utopian fantasy that leads only to hell. As always, I hope that you get something of value from my content. Look after yourselves, take care of each other, and for now, farewell.